Ida's Requiem is the 7th episode of the 2nd season of The Owl House, and 26th overall. In it, Ida meets an old flame from her past, and they rock out to try and stop the Emperor. Meanwhile, Keen and Luce are trying to run Oasis. Shenanigans ensue. The episode begins with Ida being a mom. Her to-do list includes getting a new coat for Luce, checking Keen for fleas, commit tax fraud, consider cleaning Hootie, and burning the old dress. Also, her pen is the same shiny pen from the intruder. Keen has a big secret that he's keeping from Ida. The owl lady is having literal empty nest syndrome.
Everyone's leaving, huh? Even King.
Ida still has a photo from Grom, because in universe and in reality it's very important. Some stuff in Ida's chest include a Grudgeby ball, a similar orange ball, a trophy, a couple potions, a bone, a candle, a child's drawing notebook, a crock, and of course, a lute.
Has my magic returned?
This being the first episode to really show bard magic. Then Ida watches on her phone the coronation of the new Bard Coven head, Rain Whispers. We technically have seen them before and definitely important covered their face to hide the reveal. Vision, and yes, in Season 1, the Coven banner for Bard did have a different person on it. Scooter Crane, who if we put these two banners side by side, they are very different. Scooter has mustache and horns and seems to be playing some piano thing, maybe an organ, I don't know, showing that bard magic does include all forms of musical instruments, and not just string instruments like Rain's violin, Ida's lute, and Scarver's lyra. Rain has stage fright, but more importantly, just like their actor, Rain is non-binary. Now, Rain is not the first non-binary character in Disney, but they are kind of the first important one. By that I mean Rain is a recurring character that actually has impact on the plot. So yeah, technically Rain is the first major character that is non-binary intentionally that Disney has done.
It's so beautiful to see how they just exist and are normalized in this world. This kind of visibility in media is very important.
Anyways, the Echo Mouse is kind of traumatized because at one point Hootie ate it. Hootie calls himself a Guardian of Gahoot. This is a clear reference to the Guardians of Ga'Hoole, which is a book series about talking owls, kind of in the same vein as Warrior Cats. I have never read any of them, but I do know there was a CGI movie based about the books. I watched it a few times as a kid, not knowing it was based on a book. Didn't even know it was based on a book until researching for this video. And I'm pretty sure most people remember Legends of the Guardians is because Rise of the Guardians came out relatively soon after it, and people got the two films confused. Keen wants to win a race because he wants to telegraph a message to his dad. He's also wearing the fanny pack we've seen a few times in the background. This race brings together all the other schools. This is our first time seeing the other two principals of the magic schools. And I'm pretty sure this Hammerhead Glandus kid is riding a Pokemon. One of the demon hunters is getting arrested by the Coven guards for not being in a coven, but they get rescued by a group of mysterious bards wearing bat masks, and they're led by someone with stage fright. And yeah, it's definitely Rain. They're the Bards Against the Throne, or Bats, which I think is a Rage Against the Machine reference. The other members include Katya, who is actually fanfiction girl from all the way back in episode 1. Actually, we see all the Conformatorium players and nerds from episode 1 here. Derwin, who's played by the same guy who plays Hunter, and Amber, who looks a lot like the Dragon Prince girl. They have a tambourine, bassoon, and a flute, respectively. And it turns out Rain made the bats because of Ida, because long ago they were definitely a thing, but they drifted away until Rain realized this whole coven thing's kind of BS. In a season where everyone has their hair down, Ida puts hers up. It's weird that this is one of the only actual paper maps of the Titan. Our secret code is no. The other coven heads have talisman of a squirrel and a giraffe. That's why I keep bringing this up. Bump should have like a light purple scarf instead of the blue illusion one because he's from the Abomination. Because Colonel Sanders here has a dark purple Oracle Coven, and the Demon Girl has a green scarf and sleeve, implying that she's from the plant magic. This is our first time seeing Henry Porter in a while. Everyone's wearing their normal school uniforms, and Luce is wearing her Grudgeby gear. Bunch of talisman in this episode, like this horned wolf thing, a squid, dragonfly, I think, monkey. This potion kid with a wooden leg is our first real look at a Sate Epiderm student. They have long sleeves like Hexide, but they're baggier, a longer dress section, and a lighter shade of gray than the other two schools. And because they are racing up the Titan's arm, we do see the side of the Titan's head. The bats are ambushed and captured by the heads of the Abomination and the Basekeeping Covens, Eberwolf and Darius. Eberwolf looks a lot like Winnie Werewolf from Scooby-Doo Ghoul School. The Bat Kids are sent to the Conformatorium. Katya even states not again. Eberwolf literally has sight beyond sight. And ha, Darius is a clean freak, despite being the head of a coven that works with purple mud all day, and he can turn himself into purple mud. The two perform Ida's Requiem. It's a beautiful song that would totally play all of it if it wasn't for Disney's copyright. And for those who don't know, a Requiem is a tribute song to the dead.
Look, we may not make it out ourselves.
But it'll stop the Emperor, right? Then we play on.
Ida, do you have kids?
So, yeah, if it wasn't for Ida dropping the Grom photo she put in her hair earlier, she would have totally been fine with sacrificing herself to stop the Emperor. That's dark. Rain stops the song because Ida has kids. They both get captured, but Rain sacrifices themselves so Ida can be free. Back at the race, and Luce lost. I like that the top three are from the three different schools. And the winner is Gavin from Looking Glass. He has a badger palisman, so Ida just decides to live stream Keen's message on her Pinstagram. Bad Girl Coven.
Who's even gonna watch this?
No one watches crystal balls anymore. It's all about streaming.
Be sure to support the official release. Watch The Owl House on Disney+. Hey, who are you? So yeah, Keen sends out his message that he's looking for his dad. All the characters see it, including some mysterious guy who looks a lot like Keen. And Amity, who we haven't seen in a hot minute. Her scroll case has a skull on it, and she's got a new necklace with a crescent moon on it. And it turns out Keen's big secret that they kept from Ida was that he filled out the forms to be adopted by Ida. So now he's officially Keen Clawthorn. Meanwhile, Kiki on an Abomaton. This is our first time outside of the intro we see both of Kikimora's eyes. She uses her magic to use Rain's Coven Patch to imprison them, because they still need a Bard Coven head, which shows that the Coven Patches are even sketchier than we thought. I guess Scooter retiring was just a cover-up, because if they need a Bard head, why don't they just go get him? This is a beautiful episode. Rain being non-binary and what this means for representation in media is beautiful. Keen's speech is beautiful. Him wanting to be adopted by Ida is beautiful. The music's beautiful, the animation's beautiful, the emotion's beautiful, the characters are beautiful. Overall, this is just a beautiful episode.
Hi everyone, this is Dana Terrace, the creator of The Owl House, and if you've been following my timeline, you know that Disney was recently found out to be donating large sums of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, to the sponsors and co-sponsors of the Don't Say Gay bill, a bill that effectively tells kids, LGBTQ plus kids, that you don't exist, you don't deserve to exist, and you shouldn't even be talked about. Well, we got an email. We got a company-wide email this morning basically telling us, in summary, Disney as a company is not going to change doing any of this. We're not going to not give money to these people. But here are a bunch of flowery and compassionate words to shut you up. The email goes on to say, from Bob Chapek, I believe the best way for our company to bring about lasting change is through the inspiring content we produce and the diverse organizations we support. Yes, such diverse organizations as all the Republicans who want to out queer kids against their will and put them in danger. It's honestly hard to talk about this stuff. I'm someone who had a hard time coming to terms with my queerness until my mid-20s because of stuff like this, because I thought I shouldn't exist, because no one even told me I had the option of existing, and man, I know I got bills to pay, but working for this company has made me so distraught, and I hate moral quandaries about how I feed myself and how I support my loved ones. So I'm going to put this video to an end.